Hello, and welcome to the
Hello.
A.D.H.Deep-Dive.
Am I talking to this or am I talking
We're
to
going to
you?
talk to each other, but right now I'm talking to the people to remind them that they are welcome in the A.D.H.Deep-Dive, the show that's not about ADHD, but is filled with proof it exists. My name is David J. Mund, and I am joined once again by Molly Lucille. For the first time in person, I think. And she's not taller than me. This is just the way that the angle...
I can crouch down.
You don't have to. That's okay. This is an audio podcast, not an ego podcast where I have to be taller than
him right now.
So, Molly. Molly is in town for how many days?
Only 3.
When did you get here?
That is an excellent question that I will not be answering. Just
okay.
Kidding. No.
Oh, I was already a tough sell.
It's confidential. No, I think I got here Wednesday. It is currently Friday.
Okay.
I'm just realizing now it's more than 3 days, but life is chaos.
That's fine.
Yeah.
You flew in from where you now live in the Rocky Mountains, baby.
I flew in from Dallas, but yeah, sure.
Molly flew in
great.
Not from where she lives, which is the Rocky Mountains.
Correct.
We've now discovered that you've lived there over a year now?
Mm-hmm.
A year?
Yeah, it's just about a year right now.
Obviously, we'll talk more specific details about it. And I've tried to withhold many of these questions in the hour or so that you've already been here. Are you loving it?
I love it so much.
Yeah?
It's so good.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. Living in the mountains is great. I know it's a really basic thing to move to Colorado and be like, oh my God, the mountains transform you.
She's been transformed, though.
But it's true. It's amazing.
I will frequently watch your social media, and I've said to you as much that it's very fairy tale-esque.
Mm-hmm.
She's got this cute little place in the legitimate mountains with her bunny and her golden doodle, right?
Mm-hmm.
Her golden doodle, who are buds, for lack of a better phrase.
And they're the cutest together. They're in love.
Yeah.
Not really. They tolerate each other, but...
Daisy the dog, Bilbo the bunny.
Mm-hmm.
How old are both of them?
So Bilbo's birthday was Monday.
Oh.
I know. So happy birthday, Bilbo.
He's watching.
He's watching. Obviously, he's an avid watcher. But he is 5 now.
Oh, that's crazy.
I know. And then that's
I do remember that you said, sorry, I have to keep just watching this battery thing, but I do remember you posting that it was his birthday because I saw baby pictures of Bilbo that I don't think I've ever seen before.
I think you should flash up baby photos of him right now.
Let me
make a note of that. At minute 2:56.
Bilbo photo.
So if you're listening to the podcast,
you're missing out.
You're missing out.
Maybe he's in the thumbnail.
Hop onto the video.
Hop onto the video? Is that a bit?
Little bunny pun for you.
There we go. All right.
Great.
So you've got a very limited amount of time that you get to see people when you're here. I know that last time I only saw you for an hour and a half while you were doing trivia. Well, that's not true. I saw you the following day, but the expectation was I was only going to see you for an hour and a half while I was hosting trivia. I cannot imagine that is particularly easy because you have to say goodbye to people.
I know. And you know this, but I am a really emotional baby.
Relatable.
So it's a lot of tears,
Yeah.
and the act of missing people all the time is hard, especially when then the time that you do get to spend with each other is not as long as you want it to be. That is hard.
Does it get easier saying a more temporary goodbye, or is it harder just having to say goodbye over and over again?
It is easier if I know when I'm going to see you again.
Sure.
If I know for sure that oh, cool, I'm going to see, this trip is going to be a little easier to say goodbye because I'll see you at Christmas time.
Right.
Will
I see you for Christmas time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be here. So,
I make all these jokes to you about how this is the last time I'll ever see you.
No,
I think that's
I hate it.
It's a defense mechanism, certainly.
Don't do it.
I remember when you first moved. I have done this to people in the past. I think unintentionally. It's always unintentional, but it wasn't a bit. It was sort of an accidental circumstance that I would say goodbye to someone, and then it would be so difficult to maintain a relationship with them that I couldn't bear to say goodbye to them again. So it was I guess this is really it. This is it. I said that to Molly once. I said that to Molly, and she was not a fan of that. It's I can't. It's such a shame that I'm saying goodbye to you because after this, going to probably never talk to you again and have to forget that our friendship ever existed. Otherwise, I'll miss you.
Yeah.
Which is a silly haha bit.
You did express that fear. We had a really real talk about that when I first moved, that you were like, we got really emotional. And it was like, you expressed that fear of like, what if we never see each other again?
Right. And which was possible.
It was a non-zero chance, I will say, but I slapped you and I was like, don't be stupid.
There's just this expectation that you place on yourself that you're like, you know, it's a very cosmic thing to be like, there's no such thing as goodbyes. It's just see you next time. But sometimes when you haven't talked to someone in a long time, it is hard to pick things back up. Right. And we didn't know. We felt that we would socialize, but we didn't know that we would continue to socialize parasocially. Yeah. And very easily, as I'm sure you've experienced with some individuals, it just, conversation doesn't start back up.
Yeah.
And so you do lose people when you move. Yeah. Even if you thought that they were permanent in your life.
Right.
Can you talk a little bit about what that's been with other people so far? I mean, you don't have to talk about those specific people, but like...
Well, I think some people are just not...
I'm also going to adjust this.
Oh, thank you. This shirt is really oversized and big, so it's floppy. I
told her it's a cool jacket, though. It's a very like vintage aesthetic. Would you consider it a jacket, a button-down? What do you call it?
No, I bought it at a small town thrift store in Wyoming. Oh. And it was in the men's section.
I would say some dude, probably.
Dude.
But that's the look.
Donated it, and I'm wearing it, and it was $2.
So you carry the spirit of that dude with you. Anyways, tell me about losing people.
So anyway, but yeah, it is missing people all the time is really hard. But also, I've moved around so much in my life that I have really been trained to come to terms with the ephemeral nature of friendships. Okay. And being okay with it. Like, it doesn't hurt me. And this move really did challenge that in me.
How long were you here?
Living in Grand Rapids? Oh, God. I lived in Grand Rapids for a long time.
So most of your, what would be considered lifelong friends, were made here.
Yeah, the entirety of my adult life has been lived here for the most part. I lived in Chicago very briefly for college for like a year. So it doesn't really even count.
Sure. I mean, you can make relationships and friends there.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really talk to many people from Chicago anymore. But I went to high school in East Michigan. And I still have some really good friends. Literally just hung out with one of them right before this. Saw Jaysher yesterday. But I feel like the older you get and the more you move and change your life and the chapters of life that go through, you understand that some friends are just for that one chapter. Yeah. And that's okay. And it hurts and it sucks because you don't always know that friend is going to be a chapter friend.
Right.
But then it becomes...
Chapter friends.
Yeah. And then it becomes a parent where you're like, oh, I will always love you. I'll always hold you in my heart, but maybe you are just for that chapter of my life. And if we see each other in passing, good to see you. So excited to see you. Let me hear about your life. But everyone has limited energy. And I feel like it is presumptive to think that everyone has energy in their life for a long distance friend. Right. And it's not personal.
Well, you think about people who leave an impact on your life, that there is that, I'm sure you've seen this cliche image of two lines that like slowly get very close to each other. And then maybe they almost intersect, and then they almost intersect. And then eventually they're just, they run parallel till the end of time. Right. But then there's also the like, you know, you grew up so far apart, you meet for this very integral moment in time, and then you go completely separate ways and you maybe never talk to them again. Yeah. When you moved to Colorado, did you have to make like a mental list of the people in your life that you wanted to commit to a long-term friendship with? Or was it something that you were like, you're a very, if it happens, it happens, like the universe will decide type of person. Yeah. But did you have to like let go of some of the burden of maintaining friendships when you moved out?
That's a real question.
We only talk about real things on this podcast.
I don't know if it was, it's hard to be that intentional about every single person in your life.
Sure.
You know, But I think what happens more is the friends that want to make an effort to stay in your life. And then you just know the ones that you really want to prioritize. Like when I come to Michigan, I'm seeing you. Even if it's only an hour at trivia, I'm going to make an effort to see you because you're really important to me. And you've made such an effort to maintain this too. Like, I know you're probably critical of yourself.
I'm very bad. No, I'm getting better. I'm just, yeah.
I saw the look flash over your head. Yeah. But we, we might not have super meaningful conversations all the time, but we Snapchat almost every day.
Right.
And I get to see pictures of your dogs almost every day. And we respond to each other's Instagram stories. And those, to me, are enough to help maintain friendship.
Sure.
Because you're still present in my life and you are aware of the things going on in my life and you ask questions. And when we do see each other, it's like, oh my God. Like we do these catch-ups where we're like, all right, well,
Right.
Yeah.
And there are some people that you meet that you see once every few years and that's about it.
Yeah.
It becomes almost burdensome to say or to answer the question, how have you been? What have you been up to?
Right.
It's like, well, I've lived an entire life since the last time I saw you.
But you feel like you have to ask it.
Certainly.
But
that's why
we don't want to ask that question. I
Right.
would never want to ask you, how have you been?
Because I would like to already know.
I would like to already, that's a good way to phrase it.
And
I wish I already knew.
Right. But by keeping up in these little like micro moments through social media, I can get some context to an Instagram story or like I want to, you know how the algorithm works now? It only shows you the things that it appears that you want to see. If I don't make a conscious effort to like one of your posts or interact with you on social media, then it's going to take your Instagram story and put it at the back.
Way in the back, right?
Which there are plenty of people that I follow. Yeah. Again, parasocially, that I will always like have a warm spot in my heart for. I would love to run into them at the grocery store, but I just can't keep up with them because I don't have time. I have the time. Is it selfish to say I don't have the energy? I don't know.
I don't think so.
And even if it is selfish, that's probably fine.
It's fine.
But I just mean like there are very few people in my life who I don't want to have that like, so what have you been up to? How have you been?
I don't want to be that person.
Right. I want to know that if you're not good, that I can be present, even if we're parasocial. So just saying goodbye is a difficult thing. You've had to do it a handful of times just by visiting.
It's a lot. I warned my sister because I hadn't seen my sister, who I'm very close with, in quite some time. And we saw each other. I flew to Dallas for their birthday.
Oh, this is why you're coming from.
Yes, that's why I'm coming from Dallas. Yeah. And I warned them in advance of I will fully weep when I see you.
Oh, of course. Sorry, I have to continue checking the battery. I don't know.
It's okay. Yeah.
This one microphone is going low, but
you gotta hear me.
Listen here.
Listen here.
I have a backup if it comes to that. I just want to make sure.
Great. But anyway, I fully wept when I saw Milo. Full ugly cry in the airport pickup zone. It was. You know what? I wasn't embarrassed. I'm okay being that person.
Right.
But it is hard to always be saying goodbye and just okay, I'm only going to see you for a couple hours. So let's cram in as much, and you lose some of that casual friendship where it's we used to just shoot the shit and go to a coffee shop, and David and I met at a coffee shop.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk about that.
I think we've told that story.
Oh, we've told it many times. I also, there's a thing about being present in these conversations when every once in a while my dog farts. That's very hard to
We're fighting to not acknowledge the dog stench that's happening.
It used to be Judah's mouth. Now it's Gus's butt.
It's always wonderful.
He's an old man, and we'll try to not address it. It's just the A.D.H.Deep-Dive, the show that's not about ADHD, but is filled with proof it exists.
But if you see us doing this,
if you hear us going, oof, that means that Gus just farted.
He's right here.
Right below us.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is not a punk house, it's a punk home. You can find this banner and others like it, as well as this silly goose on the loose hat, these etched mirrors, these custom charm bracelets, and so much more by heading to Cat and Crew, that's KATANDCREW.com, and entering the promo code Monday, that's MUNDAY, for 10% off your first purchase. Katie and Andrew, one of the first supporters of this show, have made a 10% discount available for A.D.H.Deep-Dive listeners. See store for details, of course, but they've got so many cool punk home products, decor. You don't have to be a punk. That's okay. That's all right. Tattoos for your home, koozies, wall banners, a hot sauce. Oh my God, keep your eyes peeled for that. So again, if you want this is not a punk house, this is a punk home banner. If you want this silly goose on a loose hat, if you want etched mirrors, if you want custom charm bracelets, so much more, go to Cat and Crew, KATANDCREW.com, enter the promo code Monday, that's MUNDAY, for 10% off your first purchase. Thank you very much to Katie and Andrew for sponsoring the show. Let's get back to the podcast. Anyways, yeah, so Molly and I, we've talked about this many times on the podcast, and I think it's fine to continue, because I don't think I knew this thing that I'm underlining that I realize you can't see at this moment. Yes,
I also can't see it.
I moved here on December 1st of 2021.
Yeah.
I think within a week or two, Molly and I matched on Tinder.
Hell yeah.
And then we met at a coffee shop called Stovetop Coffee Roasters on the east side of Grand Rapids. And since then, while maintaining personal agency in that I've worked very hard for some of the things that I've achieved, I've realized, and I've spoken with Emma about this as much, that you are sort of my butterfly effect for many of the things that I've done around here. So first and foremost, within like a week or two, Molly told me that the place that she frequently does gig work for was hiring. It's called the American Immersion Theater. And I auditioned the same day as my girlfriend, Emma.
It makes me so happy.
to say, yeah. Obviously, we were not dating at the time. I met Emma at what was the callbacks? It was the first. Yeah. So, butterfly effect there, obviously. That in and of itself leads to A, a great relationship, but B, all these other creative endeavors that I've done. So immersive experiences, the Neil Patrick Harris experience that we did together. But then when I was looking for a new roommate, I posted on social media. I said, does anybody know anybody who's looking for a roommate? Molly said that somebody I know is looking for a roommate. I've lived at this place with that particular person for 3 years now, which is crazy that so much time has passed. A slight pivot. Another thing that Emma and I have talked about lately is like, as we get older, it's wild to think about, like, the days feel like they take forever. Like a 24-hour period feels so long, but the years are flying by. Whereas like when you're a kid, it's like you can get wrapped up in the amount of fun that you're having, that like a day just like zips by. But then, man, the difference between a year is like, so slow. A year takes so long to get through.
Yeah. I remember adults talking about it, talking about the passing of time. And as a kid, you're like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Because the school year felt like freaking forever. And then I feel like it was when I turned 30, I started to realize it, where I was like, oh shit. All this stuff adults were saying for so long is true. And here we are saying it to each other.
As 30-year-olds.
In
people in our 30s. Yeah.
I'm 33.
31, okay. Which I had to realize today that's actually the true age. But yeah, like so much of to bring it back, I guess, so much of what else did I write? Oh, and another thing is that Molly's friend Kay has become like a permanent person that we contact for dog sitting.
Oh my God, that's right.
So she's become like best buds with Emma's dog Timber. Emma and I just went out for her birthday, spent the whole weekend out of town, and we would like frequently check in. Kay's like sending photos of Timber, hanging out with him on the couch. Like,
so wild.
I've met many important connections in my life through being on a dating app in Grand Rapids. And this feeds into sort of that, oh no, my bookmark just fell out. No! This feeds into so much of that, like, you sort of realize along the way not just, as I've said before, not to commodify our relationship,
Yeah.
but there has already been so much value in the friendship that we've established that it would feel like a disservice to us individually if that was a friendship that I just kind of like, oh shoot, she doesn't live here anymore, so I can't talk to her anymore. Like, that's why social media exists.
Yeah, that's true.
Is to maintain and sustain those types of friendships and relationships.
Yeah.
Yeah, now she's here in person for the first time doing the podcast.
We don't have carrier pigeons, so this is what we're stuck with.
I was thinking more of like an AOL Messenger thing.
Oh my God.
Do you remember your AOL Messenger?
I do.
Or your MSN Messenger? What was your name?
My username?
Yeah, do you remember that?
I don't remember.
That's not on my notes.
I know. I'm trying. I should remember. Oh, you know what? I do remember.
Oh boy. I just saw shame enter my eyes.
It was Monkey Butt Chica.
That could have been anything, and I did not expect it to go. I pictured like Flower Freak or like.
No, Monkey Butt Chica, and that was also my first email address.
I mean, mine was better, but it wasn't much better.
I was obsessed with monkeys. There was a time where everyone picked an animal. Every girl had an animal.
Sure.
There was the horse girls. There was like dolphin girls. Like the Lisa Frank dolphin girls.
Nope.
There were dog girls, and I was a monkey girl. And my brother called me Monkey Butt.
Okay.
And I thought it
monkey
would be
butt. So it's chica, like
chica.
Girl, but butt cheek. Did you not put that together?
Never thought.
Oh, I was like, oh, that's pretty clever. You're butt chica.
No, I did not think
chica.
about that. I was so innocent. I don't know.
That's pretty.
I don't know what possessed me to put butt in there, but I've always been a fart joke person, so butts are really entertaining.
Which is why I feel like it's totally acceptable for me to talk about when my dog frequently farts in the middle of our podcast and not just go like, I'm so sorry.
I'm a safe person to talk about farts with.
Yeah, you and I have had some bowel conversations.
I was like, where are you going with this?
No, we don't need that. We're not rehashing these bowel conversations. Whatever. Okay, so it says here that you're into flowers. Can we talk about how the freelance thing is going?
So we can talk about butt stuff?
Yeah.
Great.
She's a freelance. Oh. Thank you for joining the A.D.H.Deep-Dive, the show that's not about ADHD.
I also love that we haven't seen each other in so long. This is like the most unhinged we've gotten on a podcast before. But we're here. This is what you get.
This is developing character.
Yeah, this is great.
It's like when there's like a guest feature on a television show. You're like, I like that character. I hope they come back. I want to learn more about them. And then by the end of the show, you're like, they're a main character.
Am I a sitcom person that like when I come back on
Yes.
now, people would cheer? Like,
yes, you walk through the door like, whoa! Oh, what's it talking about? Butts.
So we're here to talk about butts. Have you heard of our Lord and Savior?
Kick at the butts. Molly, we're here to talk about your freelance career. We'll insert an ad here to break this up. We're actors. Okay, clean slate. Take 2. So Molly, how's your freelance career going?
It's great. So butts.
So butts. No, I will.
No, it's good. It's good.
I will do my best. See, here's the thing is back in the day, I used to use my DSLR camera, which had to stop after 30 minutes. So I could be like, okay, let's take a quick break. How are we doing? We're recording from my phone now, and it's a straight shot. We have to find a way to fill 45 minutes to an hour. So when last we spoke, actually, I'm also going to write down another thing because I want to know all about this. But when last we spoke, maybe not last we spoke, when once we spoke, you had talked about not retiring Faye Floral, but sort of pivoting away from Faye Floral.
Yeah.
Can you rehash sort of why that was a thought in your mind and where you've gone with that?
Yeah. I feel like I was just talking to somebody about this the other day of like, there are moments in your life where you're examining the paths that you're on and identifying of like, oh, I have many paths laid out in front of me, but I can't do all of them.
Sure.
So I need to be more precious with my energy so that I can do something well instead of doing everything subpar.
Right.
And I am someone who has a lot of endeavors going on in my life. So I have freelance flowers. I have princessing. I have acting. I have journalism, social media manager. Like, there's a lot going on in my life. So yeah, I was like, do I really need to be business owner?
Sure.
Because I also am able to do flowers independently as a freelancer, and not necessarily take on the stress of being a business owner.
So when you were talking about stepping away from that, was that the LLC Faye Floral?
Yeah.
Okay, because you still post as Faye Floral.
So
Faye Floral is sort of an
Floral,
identity.
yes. Yeah. Faye Floral is my floral me.
Your persona.
Yes. So I wear many different hats,
Mm-hmm.
and the Faye Floral hat is flower hat, whether that's freelance, photo shoots, whatever. But it's a good like marketing umbrella. And some of my clients call me Faye, think of me as Faye. So it's like an alternate personality, maybe. Okay. I don't know.
No, that's fine.
But yeah, it's an artistic pursuit. It's just kind of the umbrella for like all that.
But it was the actual business of Faye Floral that you're like, I don't need to do this anymore.
That's the one I kind of took a step back from.
Okay.
But floral career is very much still my primary source of income.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just freelancing now. So got a lot of new clients in Denver, which has been great. I've been working in Denver a lot.
Was that part of the calculation in moving out there to begin with? Is like, I have not 1,000%. Only like someone I want to be with out there, but like, and a support system. Yeah. But you also had clients out there that you could work with. Yeah.
Because that was kind of starting to like run me down so much living here, is that I had no work here unless I did my own. That's why I was traveling so much.
Was it because of, for lack of a better phrase, the competition? Not competition, there was just a saturated market.
No, not so much that, but like freelancers aren't a thing in Grand Rapids. Like
it's too expensive.
They don't hire freelancers. Everyone's got staff, and frankly, none of the weddings here are big enough to merit flying someone in or even having a freelancer.
Right.
Because weddings here are just, it's a smaller city. You're not getting like the really big ultra weddings. It's pretty rare out here.
The big old blue jay outside the window. Sorry.
Oh my God.
I think it's huge.
Oh, he's huge.
Yeah. Sorry.
He's beautiful.
Additionally, though, when I moved out here, I thought of Grand Rapids as, because again, listeners of the podcast know I grew up in a tiny little town of like 1,000 people, moved to a city of 10,000 people, and was like, whoa, this place is so much bigger. There's things to do. You start to realize this isn't very big. This is just where the Walmart is. And then I moved to New York City, which was the biggest.
And you're like, shit.
It's too big.
Yeah.
And then I come to find Grand Rapids being like, oh, there's a nice little middle ground.
Yeah.
But over time, you're like, this place is small.
Small. It's
like
a small city. Yeah. It's a great city.
It's a great, it's like when you're getting somebody into a game and you're like, or any sort of hobby, you're like, just start small, because you'll want to get better. I didn't realize how much of a starter city this is. Like if you want to learn what it's like to be in the hustle and bustle of a metropolitan area, you start at a place like Grand Rapids.
Totally.
This is not an end point.
Well, for some people it is, if that's what you want.
That's true.
But
I'm projecting.
Yeah. I feel like I've traveled to a lot of cities now. I've worked in a lot of cities, and I've like come to understand why certain size cities appeal to different people. And like, I don't even live in the city anymore. Like, I don't live in Denver.
Right.
We got out of there. We went to the mountains.
But you work in Denver a lot.
I work in Denver. So I practically live there, but we technically live in an unincorporated place. Not even a city. So
she's a fucking hippie, dude.
You're
a dirty hippie.
I am. But I do work in Denver primarily.
Okay.
But
and if you market yourself, you call yourself.
I say Denver based. Yeah, I totally do.
Right.
Just because I
There's a flying out of there. So.
I don't want to be that pretentious person that's like, actually, I don't live in Denver.
No, I literally just heard you do that with the roommate out in the living room. That's fine. Well, see, I actually don't live in Denver.
Yeah.
I just present as a Denver resident. Anyways.
Hey, we've got Love is Blind in Denver now, so.
Oh, snap.
We're up and up, baby.
Oh, snap. Well.
The current.
I don't even know how to say that.
But yeah.
But the freelance thing is the primary thing.
Yeah. Yes.
What's great.
Yeah.
Because it was still, I mean, when you were out here, you were phasing it out, but you were...
Sorry.
Did Gus fart?
Yes.
Oh. Molly plugged her nose. Again, for the audio listeners, yes. Listen, he's 100 years old. The dude's rotting from the inside out.
They're silent, but deadly.
Yeah. He doesn't have the elasticity to be loud. It just leaks out. It's pretty toxic. In the entirety of the time that I've been friends with Molly, I have had one dog at all times that has been rotten.
Stinky.
They are very well cared for, well taken care of. Oh, I'm sorry. Listen, I'm sorry. We were originally going to do this at Emma's apartment, and there would have been 3 dogs. And, a Timber is also just a sweetheart, a very well cared for dog. But that boy,
oh my God.
That boy from time to time get one of them stinky farts.
Stinky.
Stinky farts.
Stinky dog.
I mean, I can kick him out.
God. No, it's okay. He's sleeping. He's happy, but it's farting away.
Well, on the freelance note of it all, you were still doing the occasional DoorDash, Uber Eats type thing.
I'm so happy I don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I know you do.
No, see, that's the transition.
Oh,
that's what I'm talking about. For the first time ever in my career, the last 2 months have been fully funded by some semblance of freelance. I'm doing a lot of editing with Chris Vang.
Right. Oh, we love Chris Vang. Shout out to Chris Vang.
The primary, let's call him media specialist, but like jack of all trades at the American Immersion Theater.
Phenomenal artist.
Yeah. Dude's got an IMDb. Let's just go with that.
He's great.
He's a filmmaker here in the area that happens to work for the American Immersion Theater. I've been doing a lot of editing on a project him and I shot up north. I'm working a ton with that games company, Play Monster, which I'm wish casting, but there are conversations right now that as soon as November I could start full time with them, which would be good money.
Yeah.
That's like a difficult thing for me to navigate in my head because there's so much like personal sacrifice of like, yeah, I said I'd never work for a corporation again, and I would always do the freelance thing, but like that would be like double the money that I'm making currently while struggling to make ends meet. It would come with full benefits. It would help me get out of debt.
Yeah.
I pivoted in my head from like thinking about it as a setback to like this is an opportunity to get ahead. And I haven't had an opportunity to get ahead maybe ever.
Wow.
And so even if it's not a permanent solution, it is a temporary solution to a problem that also gets me out of the office by noon. I'm not even in the office. It's work from home editing. Again, this isn't official yet, so maybe I'm putting it out into the universe a little bit early, but talk about manifestation. There's been so many conversations with Emma and I about like not manifesting, you're one of those weird hippies that I became open to the ideas that you talked about frequently.
Shoved
that like
down your throat.
Yeah, when you hear manifestation, I've put it in the terms of like, okay, there's no cake in front of me, but I close my eyes and I think that there's a cake, and now suddenly there's a cake in front of me.
That's not how it works.
That's not at least my interpretation of manifestation. Again, this is all projection, and I am not an expert. I'm just a newbie to the concept of it. But in the cliche terms, you are what you put into the universe. So whether it's ideas or creativity or art or misery, like if you
attract the energy that you put out.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I'm looking for. Yeah. And for so much of my life, I literally, again, here just wrote, I'm good. For so much of my life and almost all of the duration that I've been friends with you, I have identified as a chronically depressed, miserable individual. And that sort of self-actualizes. And, you get these moments of like beauty and joy and excitement and adventure. And you think about those as like, when you're in that like dark place, you think about those as like, man, how unfortunate that this isn't all the time. Like, this sucks. Sure, this is great now, but like, I'm still miserable when this thing ends. All it kind of took so long, and recognizing that this is not like an immediate solution. I am not suddenly healed.
Right.
But it took a mind shift to go, not I am worthy of those cool things, but like seeing those as opportunities rather than disappointments that they will end. Like I can't now, instead of like when an adventure ends, like I'm like, shit, I'm coming home to nothing and I'm depressed and whatever. It's like, man, I can't wait for the next one. Like it's it is a recognition that like there are good things. There's a lot of bad things, but I'm used to navigating the bad things. I can handle those.
Yeah.
Now I'm in a period of figuring out how to accept the good, because there's a lot of it right now. There's a lot of good in my life. I'm in a really good relationship. My dogs are doing well, all things considered. I am working for myself currently full time. I have opportunities in front of me. I have experiences ahead of me. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of stress and struggle in between, but how I'm working out a way, and I realize, sorry, I've been talking for a long time now. I'm working out a way in my own head to sort of pivot to accepting the good that is coming my way. And I think that's all I have to say about it. There's probably many more things. I have not fully fleshed this out in my head. I just talked to you before we sat down that like, I'm good and that's weird to me. Yeah. I don't really know how to handle that.
I love seeing you in this way. Because we've been friends a long time.
4 years.
4 years. And in that time, we've had many intense discussions about self-fulfilling prophecies of your attitude about the world. And not you as in like,
but also
you're
me.
wrong. But in a way, like even our last podcast, I remember we kind of got into it about your self-perpetuating beliefs and the way you were just deflecting anything good and being like, it's not going to last. So why get excited about it or whatever?
Sorry, my dog just keeps farting. Sorry, but we're just gonna push it. We're just gonna push ahead. We're gonna push ahead. So many people in my life reached out to me about that to be like, "You're lucky you have a friend like that." My old teacher, Rich Spicer, would be like, "Listen to this person. She's a keeper of a friend." Because like people in my life growing up tried to tell me that kind of shit. They're like, I know, but
I wasn't gonna cry.
So many people in my life have told me that growing up. That like, dude, you gotta like take a compliment or like give yourself some credit or whatever. And then from that episode, you telling me to my face, like, people do love you. People do care about you. But anytime they tell you, you tell them, no, you don't, or you shouldn't, or whatever. Yeah. Accept the fucking good that you have. Look at the good in front of you.
You have it.
Right.
Yeah. Celebrate it.
It's just it's hard. And that sounds so privileged. It sounds so like bratty to be like, my life is good. What a curse. You know? But it's a change of routine. And any change to your routine.
Well, and you've had a lot of really difficult experiences. So of course you would feel that way.
Sure.
It makes sense. A wounded person is going to protect themselves of like, I'm not going to get hurt again because I'm going to build up these walls and not get too excited, because if I get too excited, I'm going to get hurt.
I mean, you know? I think she would just as much be willing to have this conversation publicly, but like, that was the fundamental reason that it took so long for me to commit to being in a relationship. Yeah. Was that like, I could tell that I was in love. I could tell that we had a good thing.
I could tell too.
Yeah, and so many people did. But
we had many conversations about it. I was like, so what?
And my answer would be, I'm just not a relationship guy. Or like,
and I'm on the other side of the phone being like, yeah, okay, baby.
Yeah.
We'll see about that.
But so much of the delay in this relationship, knowing full well that there was love and appreciation and mutual respect and mutual like creative energy, compatibility, was pushed to the side by me going, yeah, but I was hurt. And so I guess I don't get to have that. And it was putting these walls up. And that's just a surface level thing. Like, of course, relationships are the big thing. You know, I can't be in love because I don't deserve to be in love. But there was also like, I don't get to have like these cool creative endeavors that I get. They're flukes. I didn't deserve these. Somebody else just like threw this opportunity at me, and like they don't know that I'm actually not worthy of it. And all it takes, knowing full well that I'm not a professional in this, is just being like, you know what, damn it, I've worked so fucking hard and I have struggled for so long. I do deserve it.
Right.
And that doesn't mean that I am like more, well, I'm trying to just not hard swing the other way into ego.
Sure. And I think even you acknowledging that is like a good grounding exercise of like still staying grounded, even though you're acknowledging the good and getting excited about things and things like that. It's good to stay grounded.
Yeah.
And not overcorrect, you know, but also like cut yourself some slack. Like,
yeah, that's the
be happy. Like you don't need to overanalyze the happy. Just let it be. In the words of the Beatles. Let it be.
John Lennon's staring at you right now.
He really is. Yeah.
It wasn't even a John song, but that's fine. Anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all. I mean, we use this podcast as an opportunity to sort of catch up, knowing full well that we just talked about, like, I don't want to have to be like, so how have you been? What have you been up to? I have seen the things, but those are like representations of what I'm doing. And I've talked about this on the podcast many times. I podcast, I drum, I sing, I do photography, I edit, I write, but who am I? Right now, I am okay. And that's weird. That's good. Great. It's just, it's a weird thing to like, I need to be saying that now. And Emma and I think you would have appreciated this as well. Emma and I did a values exercise.
Oh, yeah, I love those.
Where we're basically just like, what are our core values? What means the most to us? And just put simply, we came to discover that my 4 were, and I have them written down somewhere. I think it was in no particular order: peace, wisdom, connection, and creativity. And it's, you know, we both come from religious backgrounds in some capacity. There is what is it? It's the serenity prayer or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
God grant me the
serenity to accept something or other.
Yeah, I think it comes down to
close enough.
I put it secularly as I would like the wisdom to act on what is and is not serving me. And at a certain point you realize like, I am the one getting in my own way. And that's a wisdom thing.
Right.
And there's like to tie wisdom and peace together a little bit. And I feel like I'm not as fresh off the heels of that exercise as I was. So like, this isn't making as much sense to me to like articulate it. But it was like, you know, I want the wisdom to discover what is and is not serving me, and the peace to recognize that like whatever I have done, like I have to accept that.
Right.
Because now in the joy side of life, I'm reflecting on how hard I was on myself in my 20s and how that feels like such a wasted opportunity of youth. You know, like the youth is wasted on the young and all that. And so I could get down in the dumps about like all these decisions I made because I hated myself in a period of time when I am working towards loving myself.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, what a shame that guy had a bunch of opportunities in front of him and didn't take them because he thought he didn't deserve them. It's tough.
Yeah. And who does that benefit?
Right.
Like the same thing with like insecurities and the imposter syndrome. It's like, who is this feeling for? And it's not so simple as just saying like, well, just stop feeling that way. Because obviously it doesn't work that way.
Right.
But you can begin to identify those beliefs and be like, whoa. Let's not give that space. We'll acknowledge that that's something I'm feeling. It's like a meditation technique.
Absolutely.
Where you acknowledge that thought's happening and be like, all right, well, that's not actually how I want to feel, or a thought that I want to give time and space in my brain
Right.
for. So
It
let's
also-
acknowledge it and let it go.
It also may not have been how I felt either. It's just how I thought I was supposed to feel.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And that again is like, that's the hard part now, is
Mhm.
looking back and forgiving myself and taking some of that misery, carrying it forward to say, I refuse to feel that way anymore.
Right. Yeah.
Um,
And what voices are you going to listen to? Because I
Right.
think we all have that inner critic that's like,
Yeah.
you're worthless, you're annoying. Like, I just had a week recently, actually, where I was working with some people who we just weren't on the same wavelength. And when I'm not meshing with people really well,
Mhm.
I have those beliefs that come in, and I just start to
you think
really,
it's you.
I think it's me.
Yeah.
And a friend of mine actually called me out on that because I was really struggling with it. And I was like, what is my problem? Like, this should not be affecting me this much. And I was interpreting everything as just being kind of like mean to me and like just not in a good headspace. And my friend was like, okay, Molly, you assume every space that you walk into, people are going to be your people, or you're going to be able to find your people in the room.
Interesting.
And you get really thrown off when you walk in a room and people aren't your people. Doesn't mean they're bad people.
Mhm.
Doesn't mean that they're wrong or whatever. It just means they're not your people. Sometimes they're just not going to be that way.
Right.
And sometimes you're going to be in spaces where you're going to make it through, but like, it's just maybe not your people. And that's okay. It's been hard meeting so many new people. It's kind of been like a revolving door of walking into new jobs and being like, is it going to be good people or not? I don't know.
Which is interesting to me because if I may read you for a second,
It's okay.
you do carry a persona of like, I don't care what the vibe is here. Not I'm gonna be the life of the party, but I'm gonna be the sweetheart. I'm gonna be the nice one, regardless of if that energy is being matched. So when that energy is not being matched, I could definitely see that as like why don't they want me? Like I'm so nice.
Yeah. And I don't care if they like me or not. Because I examined myself to be like, hang on, are you just wanting people to like you? Because that's not what we're doing here.
Is that okay to do that?
Wanting
Isn't it
people
okay
to
to
like
want
you?
people to like you?
I think so, but I don't think that is something you should have an expectation of in every space that you go into.
Sure.
Because people are not going to like you. I've lived my whole life not being everyone's cup of tea.
Sure.
And it's admittedly not all the time that people are like not meshing with my vibe.
Sure.
But not everybody can vibe with hunky-dory happy girl.
Dirty hippies.
Dirty hippie. Well, and also like I'm a weirdo. Like I've got a lot of energy. I get really excited. Like, but the internal voice is like, you're being annoying if people don't match the energy. But I've also learned that like some people just don't mesh with that, and it's okay.
Right.
But my attitude often in spaces like that is like, could you guys lighten up a little bit? Like,
Sure.
let's just.
Well, there's two ways of approaching that. It's
Enjoy
being
it.
a chameleon
Yeah.
and then like adapting to your environment and
Yeah.
changing who you are at your core so that people can like you,
Yeah.
or being
Yeah.
unapologetically
That's
yourself.
a good point. Yeah.
And if you're being unapologetically yourself and people don't like that, that's their problem, not yours.
Yeah.
Still a heavy burden to carry because you have conceded, I can't be anything other than who I am.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a wisdom thing and maybe a peace thing.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, who I am still might not be good enough for them.
Right.
But is it good enough for me?
That's a good way to phrase it. Yeah.
And it's hard to differentiate sometimes.
Yeah.
Because you can definitely, as people who like to connect with others,
Mm-hmm.
when people don't want to connect with me,
Yeah.
it must be because I'm not worth their attention. Not that their attention is just not suited for
or
who I
some
am.
people just genuinely don't want to chit chat. They don't want to connect with people that they're working with. They just want to work.
Yeah.
And that's okay. That's not wrong or bad.
That's right. You also meet a lot of people in workspaces.
Yeah. And I have to recognize, self-check myself sometimes of like,
Yeah.
I like to talk. I like to chat. I like to be silly. I like to do weird voices while I'm working.
You also like to inquire about others. And some people
I do,
don't
and
want to
some
share.
people don't like that. And
Yeah.
it's okay. You don't have to like that. And But has been a very challenging year for me in that way because almost every single space I go into, no one knows who I am. And so I have to present myself as like, hi, I just moved here. It's the new kid thing all over again.
Yeah.
Which is, it's hard after a while. So it's nice to come home and like, be like, oh, okay, I can. But then I do meet people where I'm like, oh, there's another one. Like, oh my gosh, it's so exciting when you do meet people that are like, oh, you are my people. Like, this is great.
As we wind our way towards the end of this,
Mm-hmm.
have you begun to find community out there?
I have.
Have you found friends?
I have.
Yeah.
And it feels really special and really cool.
Was that scary at first?
It was really scary. And I did feel like a new kid, like in school again, because the Denver flower community is really tight knit.
That makes sense.
You know, like it is, you know, they've known each other, they've been in the same spaces for a long time. But I'm actually in someone's wedding, a new friend's wedding. Well, not new. We met when I moved to Colorado.
It's pretty new.
And she asked me to be in her wedding, and it was really special and really cool. Her name's Amber. She's amazing.
I have to imagine that's particularly meaningful to you as well, because you work in weddings so much, and she easily could have been like, can you do my wedding?
Yeah.
Rather than like, can you represent me in my wedding?
I know. I bawled my eyes out. Like, we were hanging out and we were talking about wedding stuff, and she was like, you know, I've been planning this wedding, and I just feel like you need to be there. You need to be standing up with me. And I was like, okay.
That's cool.
I'm bawling. We were crying, and you know.
How would you have felt if she asked you to do the florals at her wedding?
Honored.
Yeah.
Very honored. Yeah. If a fellow florist asks you to help with their flowers.
Okay, so the florist friend.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
sorry.
okay.
She's a flower friend.
Okay. That would probably. I've shot many friends' weddings, but sometimes I just want to be like invited to the wedding, which is great. It's like such an honor that they deem me as worthy to capture what is traditionally considered the most important day of their life. But also, like, I just want to be in the crowd and like,
I just want to party.
Be proud of you.
Yeah.
Which is why I think I've already told you that I'm officiating my Kayla and Noah's wedding. They easily could have asked me to be the photographer, cinematographer for their wedding. I would have greatly appreciated that. Yeah. That would have been fine. I might have even done it for free just because they're friends.
Right.
But like, yeah, for them to ask me to do that was like, that's a friend.
Yeah.
That's someone who like wants me to be part of their day, not just, again, commodifying the friendship. Which you can get a lot of value out of friendship like that. It's not physical monetary value, but like, you know.
Well, there's a big power too in saying no. Yeah. And having like as wedding professionals. Yeah. I feel like
professionals.
That's what we are.
Sure.
I feel like the power of no is really important because not everybody realizes that like they don't have to ask you. Right. So I feel like some people are like, some of my friends have been really real with me of like, should you do my flowers or should you just be an attendee? And depending on the friend or where I'm at, I hopefully am close enough friends with this person to be able to be like, actually, no, for your wedding, I'm going to need to like just attend. Right. And here's some recommendations of other people that are going to do a great job with flowers or whatever. But I hope all of my friendships are that kind of friendship that like me saying no to everything, maybe yes to something. Like there's some friends' weddings where I'm like, I'll do your bouquet. I'll do your bridal bouquet. Sure. But centerpieces get somebody else. Sure. You know.
Similarly, I'll do your engagement photos. I'd rather not shoot the wedding.
Exactly. Those boundaries are really important. Yeah. Because your wedding professional friends also want to just attend your wedding. Yeah. We don't want to do everything.
I also really love to cry at weddings.
Yes.
It's very hard for me to do that behind a camera because I have to be like centrally focused. So I have to like choke my emotions a little bit, even if they're people I don't know. Look, I could say all I want. I could project all I want about how I hated love and love was fake and it's a made up concept. I love love. Yeah. I really do.
I do too.
To be a part of it, it's like, it's very meaningful and special.
It is. I'm still not cynical about weddings. Wedding industry, maybe a little bit.
The industry, yes.
Industry is different, but I get choked up at strangers' weddings all the time.
We're gonna let Judah join us for this next phase because
Judah's been obsessed with me.
She's not a stinky doggy anymore.
Hi.
I think it's appropriate as I have a little stuffed teddy in my hands right now. Can I ask about how the adventures of Whimsical William are going?
Really good. Thanks for asking.
Yeah. Do you want to rehash what that is just a little bit?
I do, because I'm really excited. It is the thing I'm most excited about right now. But I'm writing a children's book. I like how I'm talking to the camera.
No, please. You're very Steve Burns right now.
Oh my God, I'm right.
I know.
God, I love it.
What do you think about that?
What do you think about that?
Wow.
Stop. Anyway, I'm writing a children's book, trying to celebrate the national park system and investing in kids. I really think kids need slow media. So I would love to contribute to that, like Mr. Rogers, Blue's Clues, like even Dora the Explorer.
Oh, that was great.
Frog and Toad.
Yeah.
Like things that just nothing happens. And it's peaceful, and teaching kids to go outside. It's hopefully going to teach kids about some nature, how to interact with nature properly. And you just follow this little frog along on his adventures as he goes hiking and notice the things that he notices. And he sees a butterfly in a flower, and it turns into this line of butterflies that leads him to this flower meadow. And then you get to learn about all the flowers in the meadow and what they are and what their names are.
And you have someone close to you illustrating this as well, right?
Yes. My dear friend Alyssa. She's the best. Ethereal entomology. I think I've...
Right.
Yeah, yes, I think I've given her a shout. You've met her before.
Yes. I think we had this exact moment on the last podcast.
Yeah, every time. Yeah. But she's illustrating it, and I had just finished writing it.
Okay.
Like a month ago.
Wow.
So
now that I did not know.
I know. So we're on rough draft number 2. And then she's getting the illustrations together, and hopefully we'll start submitting to publishers like next year.
That's huge.
I know.
Because there is a physical William
there
that you
is.
Occasionally will take pictures with.
So there's a little knit frog William that I've taken on a bunch of hikes. And people are super into it. He's really cute. He's only like 4 inches tall, and he's got a little walking stick. But I take him on hikes and take pictures of him in the nature, because the first book takes place in Colorado.
This is a series of books.
It's going, hopefully, if all goes well.
Okay.
You heard it here first,
See,
folks.
again, that's the sort of energy where it's like you have spoken that it already is true.
Yes.
That this is just the first book.
It will be. This is just the first book. I want it to be in at least a few national parks. But we're starting with Rocky Mountain because that's where I live.
Sure.
And it was really important to my late grandfather.
William.
Well, Gordon William.
Gordon William. Okay.
But Golly Gordon was not really the...
Hey, Golly Gordon, you just give that frog an accent and he's suddenly Golly Gordon.
Yeah. But William is also my great grandfather. So it's like both of them rolled into one person. But yeah, hopefully he gets to go to a bunch of national parks, and we get to write books about a bunch of different parks. And celebrate that. And I have so many ideas of like bringing kids on Whimsical William hikes. And
That's very cool.
Because my partner Levi is also like a great personification of the essence of Whimsical William.
Levi and Whimsical William traveling together does it's very like Christopher Robin and Winnie the Pooh.
So
like
cute.
I can imagine that clear as day.
Yeah, he's a true mountain man.
Yeah.
And he's just ambling along all the time. He's so great. Wears his big straw hat.
You know, Molly pokes fun at me for being in love. Molly's in love, bro.
So in love.
Good for us.
Good for us.
You know, again, we talk about it being hard to say. We deserve that shit.
We do. And also when we met, we did meet on a dating app, and we both acknowledged we're not ready to fall in love.
We're not ready for love. We weren't open to it, really. Like, we were like, for lack of a better phrase, flirting with the idea of being like, you know what, maybe I should get back out there. But there's so much relationship trauma that preceded that.
Yeah.
That it was like, it was difficult to accept that, like, you know, as meaningful as these relationships are as I get out here, I was not willing to accept their permanence in my life. So why try to date somebody if it's going to end brutally and horribly anyway?
I think she wants to come over.
She sure does. You want to go sit with Aunt Molly?
Yeah, go sit with Aunt.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Well, look at us.
Look at us.
Who'd have thought?
Who'd have thought? Not me.
Not me.
Not me.
I'm very proud of you. You've done a lot. This has been, I tell Molly frequently that like, and I think I've even already said it on the podcast, it's kind of like surreal to see the things that she does out there because they are backdropped by literal like majesty. Like she's in the mountains with like the craziest pet combo of a bunny and a golden doodle with the love of her life.
Yeah.
Doing the thing that she's doing like full time for herself, occasionally by herself, and like taking stock in that moment rather than letting them be fleeting moments. I think it is aspirational, and I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
We've done a lot.
We've done a lot. We've come a long way in our 4 years of friendship.
Come a very long way.
Yeah. Judah is...
She's loving this, dude. She is loving this. And now she can be near you because the last time you saw her, she still had rotten teeth in her mouth.
Yeah, you were thinking, girl. Yeah.
All right. Well, with that, you got anything you want to plug?
Whimsical William.
Whimsical
Keep an eye
William.
out. It's not out in the world yet, but it will be.
Any socials or articles that you've been a part of? You don't have to.
Yeah. I'm also a writer for Florists Review magazine. If you're into flowers, follow us on Instagram. It's a good time. And yeah, Faye Floral on Instagram.
All right. With that,
Yeah.
as always, be sure to go to Cat and Crew. That's KATANDCREW.com. And enter the promo code Monday. That's MUNDAY for 10% off your first purchase. We have a show for Midwest Guys in December 6th in Bay City. We're playing with our friends Bring Your Best and Doogie. And then for the first time, at least in my tenure with Midwest Guys, we are headlining the Pyramid Scheme for our annual Ugly Sweater Party, playing with Hexing, On Vacation, and Years Later. Bring your ugly sweater. There will be a contest, maybe some sort of swag bag. God, I'm begging you to come out to that one because we need that one to be packed. That one's a big one. That one's the biggest one, at least in my, again, tenure with the band so far. So thank you very much for joining the A.D.H. Deep Dive. Molly, I say hang out on the line and we'll talk about this to recap afterwards, but we're gonna go get some food, I think. So
I'm sorry.
Molly, I love you.
I love you.
The listeners, I love you. Thank you for joining the A.D.H. Deep Dive, the show that's not about ADHD, but is filled with proof it exists. My name is David J. Mund. Peace the fuck out.
Bye.